Welcome to the Social Mission Revolution.
Each week we explore some of the greatest undertold stories of businesses and everyday people who are making their ultimate impact on the world through social mission. This is Social Mission Revolution,
And this is your host, Andrea Putting. Welcome to the Social Mission Revolution. And today my guest is Joseph Ravine. And I get the feeling we're going to have a lot of fun talking to Joseph today. So welcome, Joseph.
Thank you so much for having me. So excited to be here.
And you will notice from Joseph's accent that he's in Toronto, Canada. So it's always a thrill to have someone from another part of the world besides Australia and to be able to share the love around.
Yes.
So Joseph, I'd love to start with a question, which is, if there's just one thing for you to fight for, what would that be?
The one thing I would fight for mostly is peace and kindness. Like peace in a way where, people can realize that, there's ways to be happy and there's ways to avoid fighting and ways to avoid war, and to realize that, that it doesn't matter how much you have or how much you want something, because life is temporary, and you shouldn't be running after things when the life is short. And so I would fight for peace, and for peace in a way that it's not just peace, but it's like a depth, like more like peace within yourself as well, so that at least that that you can realize that it's not such a big deal as much as you're making it out to seem. Some people are so, I want it, I don't care if I make people suffer, I want this. No, I fight for the peace where you accept things and you don't get mad about what you don't have.
And that's a wonderful thing to fight for. I think that's really important. In particular, I really believe in the peace in the world starts here. We have to start with what's within us to be able to create peace on earth.
Yeah. That's where I started my mission, Kindness for Success, because kindness is a part of peace.
Absolutely. Because when you have peace within yourself, you can't help but be kind.
Yes.
So I want you to share with us all about what your social mission is. What is this Kindness with Success about?
So this Kindness for Success social mission on my end is more to kind of encourage others to do the same thing, and to find somebody who needs your help or someone in need, to, show your kindness to them, because one act of kindness goes a long way and can really make a difference in other people's lives. So, even in my online store, Kindness for Success as well, I have, clothing and items that preach kindness words, because I want people to remember, encourage others to be promote kindness, be a kindness promoter amongst other people, and demonstrate acts of kindness for the needy, because you never know what rewards come out of what you do for people. And I learned a very good lesson. All your actions have a way of coming back to you. It may not seem like that at first, but believe me, it will come back to you when you do good.
Absolutely. And I always say that you can't go around doing good for what you feel. You have to, for what's going to come back to you. You will always feel good about doing kind things, but you can't do it because you're going to get a reward. You have to do it.
Oh yeah, no. You got to do it from your heart.
It has to
come from your heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expectation is key to failure. So.
Yeah, because then you're doing it for the wrong purpose and you're not going to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not going to come across as that kindness that somebody needs.
Oh yeah, never. Anytime you do something for personal gain or for expectation, automatically it's not kindness. It's evil in some situations, because it's like you're trying to use or do something just to promote yourself or just to, get something, and to not really do it from your good heart. And I was always taught, and I try to teach everybody else, every good deed always comes from the heart.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's beautiful. What was the backstory to Kindness for Success? Why did you start it?
So the backstory to Kindness for Success, and the reason that I started it, was because I wanted to show people that what goes around comes around, and that your actions have a way of coming back to you. And overdoing kindness and helping people in need and giving it to people who want it as well, I always felt like it led me to being successful, and it led me to bigger opportunities in life by doing all this good deeds from my heart. And I want to be the one promoting that and giving that out to the general public so that they know what an opportunities can be maintained by being kind to one another. So I think that's a great thing to do, and I've always been so passionate about it.
Absolutely. And it is an important thing to do. And one of the things that I do like about Kindness for Success is that we're looking at the fact that there are multiple ways that we can be involved in social mission, and it doesn't have to be about giving somebody money.
Yes.
While that's important, people need money, charities need money.
Absolutely.
However, this is something that we can do every day. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, whether you have money or whether you don't have money, you can still be kind.
Absolutely. And it comes a very long way. Anything you can do to help somebody and make someone happy will come a very long way in the long run.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm curious, why do you call yourself Dark Joseph Ravine? Because dark sounds like it sounds dark.
Oh, yeah. I've been asked that quite a lot, actually. And, people would think, why you called dark? The idea of Dark Joseph Ravine is, my idea is to fight against dark by promoting kindness, by promoting light onto the world. And the ravine is by going through passageways and avenues by promoting the light on. So basically it's poetic and theoretical in a way where my job is to fight dark. I'm putting light in the world with kindness by fighting dark. That's the idea behind my name. I took philosophy when I was in university, and philosophy taught us a lot about theory and depth. And so my name is theoretical and also poetic. So, that's kind of why I use Dark Joseph Ravine. I've always been a fan of things in depth and the bigger meaning of things.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting idea. I once did a talk on the war on peace, which I think is similar, in that the war on terror didn't work.
No.
So maybe if we have a war on peace, we will create peace.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And keep in mind too that anytime anybody becomes public knowledge or becomes known in the public eye, you want to do unique things and things that have never been done before. And so my idea is, because I love being unique and I love being different, and I try very hard to have new adventures and new things in my life every single day so that I can bring that out to the public and be different from everybody else. It also gives you a sign of respect and a sign of, it's great that somebody's trying something new for a while. When things repeat themselves, it gets boring for people, and people don't like that feeling. And so, I think it's good to be unique, and I thought my name was very unique.
It is very unique. And yes, we do need to have things that are a little bit different to make the world interesting.
Yes.
I'd love to hear about do you have some stories about kindness that you have experienced, that you've seen, that you've encouraged in the world?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like definitely, as you know, I had a Guinness World Record, and I was a very big fan of redemption arcade places. Like if you've ever seen places where you swipe your card and then you get points for prizes, like a long time ago, they used to do paper tickets. And so I made a very big line like in a huge arena, serpentine line. And so I won a Guinness World Record for the longest line of arcade tickets. And because I was so good at arcades and I'd done so well, I decided to donate to people in need and charities and disadvantaged people, especially children who didn't have any toys for holidays or things like that. And I've also decided, to give advice to people to, understand, that it's, kindness is more than just being kind, but also to help somebody's life better by giving good advice and to find out what's causing somebody to be negative and unhappy in their life and how we can take that away and how they can start a fresh life being happy and to do more of what makes them happy and avoid what doesn't make them happy.
Yes, so we need to have this kindness. And one thing that I like to think about with being kind to somebody is that we don't know where it's going to go. You could be kind to some random person on the street and you never find out where that goes. However, you might do. However, what happens to their life? They could have been down in the dumps and you could have just saved their lives. They could have been thinking all sorts of things. You could have saved their life. Or they could go home feeling new and fresh about themselves and go home to their family and start to lift up their children because you were kind to them.
Oh, yeah. It absolutely goes a very long way.
Yeah, it outreaches beyond that one person. And I think we don't think about that factor of how long-reaching your piece of kindness can be in the world.
Oh, for sure. Like even for me, and it's not just me. There's even people there was a girl that I watched a video of a guy who was doing like free hugs because people are having a bad day. And every person he gave a hug to, the mother came up, and it was a girl he hugged. The mother came up and said, "You just saved my daughter from being depressed and unhappy." That changed her and made her much happier. So, anytime you can do an act of kindness or anything to help somebody to make their day better, it doesn't have to be through money or through things. If you want to talk to somebody or somebody that needs your help, and that's so good about it. And that's why you really can save somebody's life from kindness and from, it really can make you a hero. And if you really want to be a hero and respected for it, you have to put it as a priority in your life. And, I feel like it's really brought me a lot of success to be kind and to be there. And, even if you're kind and somebody doesn't return to your kindness with evil or anything, don't be sad about it. Don't be discouraged by that. Because a lot of people get discouraged by that. And if they're unhappy, that's their problem. They're the ones who are probably having it hard in their life and taking it out on other people. It's their problem. They're going to suffer the consequences for their evil ways. You're still going to go on enjoying your life and be happier by simply being kind and encouraging.
Yeah. So there is a lot of difference that we can make. What are some of the things that you think that people can do in their everyday life, in their business maybe, to express more kindness?
I really think that a very good way of demonstrating kindness, especially in business, is to always be fair with your employees and to get to know them, and definitely not play favorites and not have a toxic environment and not, choose people based on status and who you like and who you hate, but kind of working together with everybody's strengths and weaknesses and to find out how everybody can work as a positive team to make the business successful and how everybody can help benefit the business. And to always remember that it's not about who you like and who you hate, but business is all about everybody who helps make the business successful. And when you focus on that and you focus on keeping a positive business environment and making everybody feel like family and at home, that's what I think comes a very long way in businesses. And as you probably are aware, lots of businesses have crashed and burned and gone bankrupt. And I think it's probably due to the negativity that happened within the business or anything. And, like I said, negativity doesn't get far in the end. It will burn one day. And if you keep it positive and happy, you have to think of this like in the long term and in the future. When you're negative with people, they get away from you. The more negative, the more people will keep getting away from you. And then eventually you'll have nothing left. And that's when the business will close. If you're positive, people will say, oh, you're so nice. It's amazing. I'm going to encourage more people to come. Oh, this is so nice. Let's keep going. And then you build and you build and you build and you build and you build. And that's how the business keeps growing success, as the positivity keeps rising. So why be negative?
Yeah. Because when you're kind, when you have a good relationship with your employees,
Mhm.
and they're happy with their work, they pass that on. They pass on the kindness to the consumers,
Absolutely.
to your clients, and your clients have a good experience, and that's what breeds loyalty in a business.
1000%.
Yeah. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Scary. It's so easy. Like I say, why be nasty? Why? It's gonna come back to you in the end, and you're just gonna suffer for it. Like, why do it? Why be evil? Why? Like, I know we all go through hard things in life, and I know that, we have our problems and everything, but your business is your business, and you have to keep everything professional appropriate, in my opinion. I think you have to remember that. You have to remember, you want to be successful, you have to keep it positive. Positivity triumphs over evil. If you can't keep it positive, one day you'll lose the business. So everybody has their choices in life. And that's why I encourage the kindness. I encourage the positivity. I'm trying to tell people how much it really can come a long way, and that it doesn't seem like that at the beginning, but it will become like that in time. As time goes on, it'll become that way.
Absolutely. It does. It does. I've certainly been in businesses where they haven't always been kind, and things fall apart, and they never really reach that full potential that they can get to without it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always that, and the employees go, oh, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been doing Kindness with Success?
Kindness for Success came out last year in July.
Mm-hmm.
And it started off as a business with a logo. This hat I'm wearing used to be a product. It's discontinued. We don't sell it anymore. And it started with that, which didn't really get anywhere. And then we switched it around to more trendier items, which didn't help me either. And then what we did was we switched it more to items that with words that have never been used before. So we came off as more unique. And then we also introduced us designing logos for people as well, which is common. And so right now I'm looking for every possible way to make my business so different that it doesn't exist anywhere else. And it's became much more successful.
So what kind of things are you doing with your business?
So a lot of things I am doing is that I'm introducing different items. Right now I'm starting off with a few items because I'm a firm believer in step by step. First, you have to start off with a small amount of stuff. And if that continues to go and succeed, then you can add more things. So right now I'm staying a little behind until, we see how it happens over time. And I'm also dealing with a lot of relations and people that love Kindness for Success, and to know that it's more than just the store. It has a meaning to it. It has more of an encouragement and a mission for everybody to learn from and to spread the kindness, to realize how much it comes a long way. So it's more than just a store. It's supposed to be a movement as well, and that's why, it's not just going to be about the store. It's not just going to be about business. It's also about every possible avenue that would love to be part of a kindness movement and kindness mission, and who wants to support a kindness mission. And I get a lot of people who are very interested in supporting the kindness. And I think that's also a form of success,
Yeah. And people gravitate to kindness. It brings people alive and helps them to see the possibilities in their lives beyond the dreariness that we've had in the past couple of years, I think there's no better time for us to be opening up and showing each other some kindness again, now that we're getting back into the world. So if you had advice for people, maybe someone's thinking, maybe I need a new business, maybe I need something that does represent my values in life, what would you suggest?
Somebody that would represent the values in life?
Yeah, what, like you've thought, well, my values are kindness. How can I put that in the world?
So what I would do personally with anybody who'd be looking for advice is I would tell them, try to find something you love and that you're so passionate about, and make sure that you use it in such a strategic way that demonstrates a form of kindness in a way where you can make a difference. Like, for example, I knew somebody who was a nutritionist, and she made a dessert that was sweet, but made out of fruits. And so it was healthy as well. Or, somebody who made an item that was bound to help people be more comfortable in a way that, that help them, like, biologically and like within the body. And I think that when kindness is truly a lot of things. It's an in-depth meaning. It's not just about being kind. It's also something you can do to make a difference. And if you do anything to make a difference and to be different and to change lives for the better, that's a form of kindness. And that's kind of the advice I would give to somebody is, to understand your value, try to change someone's life for the better. Think of your business as a way, how can what I'm selling change somebody's life for the better?
And I think that's a good way of going about finding your business and your purpose in life, is what can I do to make the world a better place? Yeah. As I find, and I think that just about every business starts that way, and they just kind of sometimes they lose their way a little bit with that. So reconnecting with that passion of how can I make a difference really brings them back into themselves. Is there anything else that you have to share with people that's going to really help them to find that kindness in their life?
Absolutely. What I really would like to share with people is to be true to who you are. Don't change for anyone. Don't give in to social pressure. Don't give in to people. Understand that, life is short, and you don't have to change for anybody, and you shouldn't run after personal gain, and don't do things as a way to promote yourself, and to kind of have a heart and to kind of be different and unique and make yourself respectable for doing a good deed, because people will respect you for your good and not for following somebody else or copying somebody else. Because you have to think in terms of what's already done is done. It doesn't need to be repeated a second time. So find ways to be unique and bring that out to people. It'll get you very far.
Beautiful. And I have a phrase that I use about being authentic influence. And
absolutely,
to me, when you come from the heart, when you express your own unique beauty, which comes from inside, then you are an authentic influence in the world.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's what people will gravitate to, definitely.
1000%.
But how can people find kindness with success, Joseph?
So they can go to Kindness for Success by djr.com. And they can also get there from my personal site, which is www.josephravine.com. And if they want to reach out to me, they can contact my publicist, or they can contact my sales team at Kindness for Success. Of course, we only reach out based on genuine interest. We are exclusive. And I look forward to getting to meet new people and seeing what the future holds with Kindness for Success.
Now that's a really a lot of ways that people can get in touch with you, and you've got a lot there to offer people in your business and with Kindness from Success. I'm really happy that I've had the opportunity to speak to you and find out more about how people can be kind.
Yes, of course.
And that's all we have time for today on the Social Mission Revolution. And I'll be back again next time with another Social Mission Revolutionist. Discover how you can become a social mission revolutionist in your business by reading Andrea's latest book, Compassionate Prosperity When Success is Not Enough. Grab your copy now at www.socialmissionrevolution.com or from your favourite online bookseller.